Forget about the concept of space. The battle is on to transport individuals beyond the realm of reality. The metaverse is a notion that refers to a permanent, online, three-dimensional cosmos that merges numerous diverse virtual places into a single entity. Users will be able to collaborate, meet, play games, and socialize in these 3D environments as part of the metaverse. Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we will look at who will be the richest man in the metaverse. Let's find out. Although the metaverse does not yet exist in its entirety, some platforms do include elements that are reminiscent of the metaverse. Currently, video games are the closest thing we have to a metaverse experience. Game developers have pushed the boundaries of what a game can be through the staging of in-game events and the creation of virtual economies. Cryptocurrencies, while not needed, can be an excellent fit for a metaverse environment. They make it possible to develop a digital economy that includes various sorts of utility tokens and virtual valuables, NFTs. The use of cryptocurrency wallets, such as Trust Wallet and MetaMask, would benefit Metaverse. Furthermore, blockchain technology has the potential to create transparent and dependable governance structures. Now there is a competition of metaverse everywhere, and who will be the richest man in it? You have to give it to Mark Zuckerberg for his perseverance. Facebook's founder Mark Zuckerberg was mercilessly criticized when he revealed in October that he was renaming the social media network's parent firm Meta Platforms to assist in the creation of an alternate digital reality, known as the metaverse. According to some, he attempted to create a smokescreen to divert attention away from a political scandal. Others saw him as merely the latest middle-aged tech billionaire to follow a childhood dream. In the same way, Amazon's Jeff Bezos and Tesla's Elon Musk were pursuing space rockets in their own companies. Despite it, his timing was excellent. Since October, the number of people searching for metaverse on Google has increased dramatically. Wall Street is stoking the fires of speculation. In third-quarter earnings calls, the term was mentioned 449 times, an increase from 100 times in the second quarter, according to Bernstein, a financial brokerage firm. According to the report, the metaverse has the potential to disrupt markets, with annual revenue of at least $2 trillion. According to Jefferies, a financial services company, even though the phenomenon is more than a decade away, it has the potential to disrupt virtually everything in human life. Other tech behemoths, like Microsoft, have announced aspirations to expand into the metaverse. However, large corporations are still under the control of their founders, who are most likely to become fervent evangelists. Mr. Zuckerberg, who has a net worth of approximately $125 billion and almost complete control over a firm valued at $908 billion, is the most prominent of these individuals. Others include Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, a maker of graphics processors with a market capitalization of $722 billion, and Pony Ma of Tencent, a Chinese tech giant with a market capitalization of $550 billion, whose gaming investment portfolio includes a 40% stake in Epic Games, the maker of Fortnite, one of the world's most popular video games. Tim Sweeney, the company's founder, is a force to be reckoned with in the gaming industry. In an interview with Bloomberg, he recently stated that the metaverse represented a multi-trillion-dollar potential, and that companies like his were in a race to get 1 billion members to establish the metaverse norms for the foreseeable future. As with the Bezos-Musk space race, this is building up to be a billionaire showdown on that scale. The battle will be fought with reality-bending headsets, blockchains, cryptocurrencies, and mind-boggling computational power, rather than with conventional rocket science. It is unclear precisely what these plutocrats mean when they speak of the metaverse. The physical world may be replaced by a virtual reality environment, filled with avatars, oceanside villas, and other online razzmatazz that will be all-consuming in comparison to the virtual world. In other words, would it simply be a richer, more immersive version of what already exists today, a method to socialize, work, shop, and play online, while living in the real world continues as usual? Whether or not tomorrow's internet users will be captivated by the ambitions of entitled digital billionaires is even less specific. An examination of the objectives of Meta, NVIDIA, Epic, and Tencent provides an indication of the scale of the effort. Each has a specialized area of expertise. Mr. Zuckerberg set aside $10 billion in funding last year, the majority of which went toward the development of virtual and augmented reality headsets and glasses, which he hopes will serve as a dominant access point to the metaverse, similar to how Apple's iPhone functions as a top access point to the mobile internet. It is concentrating on what it calls the Omniverse, a platform built on its chips that bring engineers, designers, and other creative people together digitally to create things, mostly in industrial settings for the time being, but maybe in different locations in the future. Over several years, Epic has developed virtual worlds, including Fortnite. Unreal Engine, a framework that allows its own and other developers to create lifelike 3D experiences, such as games, films, architectural models, and industrial designs, may be the metaverse's most important application. Tencent is attempting to crack the Chinese market. Mr. Ma is undoubtedly prudent to play it carefully, given the Communist Party's tech lash. Nonetheless, his company's widely used WeChat super app, which includes WeChat Pay, is already a 2D representation of what the metaverse would look like in 3D. Behind their futuristic dreams lay some shared experiences. First, the mobile internet is reaching the end of its age. Politicians in the United States and Europe are proposing harsher regulations against monopolies and privacy violations, particularly about social media platforms Facebook and Google. The Chinese IT industry is hurting due to the government's bombardment. It's not for nothing that several first-generation IT entrepreneurs in the United States and China have decided to retire. Those who remain standing will need a compelling news story to tell to be remembered. Following that, they function in worlds with restrictions. Mr. Zuckerberg and Mr. Sweeney have a particular beef with Apple, which they believe is unfair. The iPhone maker utilizes the privacy settings in its iOS operating system to limit the amount to which Facebook can sell digital advertisements to consumers. Epic is currently embroiled in an antitrust dispute with Apple over the fees that the company's App Store charges game creators, which has so far proven to be largely fruitless. Because of this, both men are committed to promoting interoperability, that is, no closed systems and the adoption of universally recognized standards. In the same way, they aspire to be builders of the operating systems that will power the future. Of course, it's not just Facebook that's to blame. Apple, Google, and other businesses are pouring billions of dollars into virtual and augmented reality technologies and the infrastructure required for the metaverse. However, it has never truly worked and has scared the living daylights out of many people along the way. Even though the entire concept of living in a consequence-free space of your own imagination, separated both physically and psychically from your fellow citizens, and prancing around with avatars and phantoms is philosophically and psychologically repugnant. There is, of course, a glimmer of hope in the metaverse direction. Attractive is the notion of surpassing one's physical constraints to engage with new ideas and populations and exchange knowledge and resources. The delusions that propelled social media platforms to where they are today were, in fact, the same ones that drove them there. They intended to spread democracy and freedom throughout the world. Instead, they've been hoarding riches, while busting their workers' unions, foment instability through the dissemination of conspiracy theories, and providing the ideal environment for harassing, bullying, and tormenting those who are already at risk of being victimized. Much like the reasonable answers to Elon Musk's plans to colonize Mars, the logical response to the proposal for a Facebook-facilitated metaverse should be, shouldn't we try to heal this world first, before we set out to create and then possibly destroy other planets as well? However, it will be our responsibility to clean up after the billionaires, the responsibility of people who can barely afford real estate, let alone virtual property. As is usually the case. What are your thoughts about the metaverse? Who do you think will gain more fame in this virtual reality world? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. Hit that bell icon to catch the latest video as soon as it's out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.